Remember, no matter how far you've let yourself go, how deep the stubble is on your face, or how grungy the clothes are on your back, there's still hope. And when all else fails, what the heck, call a talk show. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Up next, we're going to tell you the most likely choice of sites for the Browns' new stadium.
Dozens of dogs and their owners are hauled out of their home. Now what happens to them?
And with the arrival of warm weather comes a cold, sober warning for people going out on the lake. CBS 19 News at 6 is next.
This is CBS 19 News with Denise DeFalla and Gretchen Carlson.
Good evening, everyone. Right now in Cleveland, it looks like the new stadium for the Browns will go right where the old one is.
Another showdown today over the best place for the new stadium. Mike O'Mara's live with the very latest.
Well, this whole place is headed for the wrecking ball pretty soon, and the mayor wants a new stadium built right here. But some experts are saying, why waste this perfect location? Why not build the new stadium over by Jacobs Field? But with time running out, it's pretty clear that the mayor's plan is the clear winner. This is the vision of the new stadium that the mayor's office likes. The stadium on the same site, but with the field turned 90 degrees. This is the vision presented by Norfolk and Southern Railroad. Put the stadium on empty land across from Jacobs Field using the existing parking flow. But the plan was given to the site committee this morning. Listen to what happened.
And if your vote is yes for our site, I'm willing to go to our board of directors and recommend that we donate this 20 acres plus or minus to the city of Cleveland at no charge.
You could tell me not only are you giving me the land for nothing, you could tell me you're giving me $20 million besides. And that couldn't make up for a poor EPA report, as you're well aware.
Experts hired by the railroad say the site has no major pollution problems and would complement Gateway.
The jewel is already there. You've got this investment. This is one of the best, the finest urban stadiums in the country. It's a beautifully executed project. And yet when you look at it, it doesn't utilize its west side.
But the experts picked by the mayor say the railroad site is just too expensive.
And if you assigned $1 million an acre, which is their appraisal of this land, 10 acres, there's a $10 million premium.
$10 million premium? I don't think so, which just about means that when the stadium gets built, we're going to be coming back right here, right where it used to be, to see the new Browns play football. So there may be a better idea, but let's face it, there's just no money for it, and time has run out. Back to you, Denise.
All right, thanks, Mike. A grinding two-car collision has left a local teen in critical condition tonight. 15-year-old Gerald Bowen suffered head injuries in the crash on the East Marginal. His mother and 10-year-old brother both escaped serious injury. The driver of the other vehicle is in the hospital with chest injuries. His twin brother was also hurt. Police are still trying to sort out who is at fault.
The former Summit County coroner who pleaded guilty to 9 criminal charges could now lose his medical license. The state medical board says Dr. William Cox could face disciplinary action for using county equipment for personal use. Cox still faces 3 years in prison on the criminal charges. An accused killer recaptured after escaping from the juvenile detention center is now being held on $50,000 bond. 17-year-old Derek Johnson had already been charged with gunning down a 21-year-old man in the street. Now he's also facing escape charges. As a result of Johnson's breakout, the detention center will now be beefing up security.
They were taken from a condemned home over the weekend, but tonight 27 dogs are getting new homes, and as our Betty Halliburton reports, there may be a happy ending to this tragic story.
They all have good coats, clear eyes, good, they look good. They seem to be fairly healthy.
And it's feeding time for the 20 mixed terriers who were found along with 7 others in an Akron home over the weekend.
They're very scared. They're not used to people. They're not aggressive dogs. They're just scared.
But thanks to the Adopt a Pet program, they're getting homes.
We couldn't decide which one we want, a male or female. I said, well, we may just take one of each.
The outlook for the dog's owner, 77-year-old William Woolridge, isn't looking so bright.
Yeah, 17, see here?
The Akron Health Department was called in when Woolridge's wife, Lucille, took ill and died. He was taken to a psych unit for evaluation. Neighbors have since taken him in. John Pachipka was brought to tears thinking about his neighbor.
The neighbor says they're all willing to help, so I said, well, I'll pitch in and see what we can do.
They have until May 12th to make a long list of repairs. As for Woolridge,
are you going to miss your pets? I've been all the many years with them.
But even Woolridge is glad his pets are in a safe place tonight. In Akron, Betty Halliburton, CBS 19 News.
Pickets were out in front of a West Side nursing home today. Several community groups gathered at the Manor Care in Rocky River to protest. They say it's understaffed and patients don't get the care they deserve. The dispute started when 2 employees were let go in February. Those workers say they were fired because they spoke up about the conditions and the treatment there. The nursing home says it was simply a business decision.
I have a right to voice an opinion, and I guess I wasn't liked for doing that.
As all businesses do, we reorganize constantly as we're trying to better meet the needs of the customers.
The Communications Workers of America have been trying to organize the employees into a union, and they have filed an unfair labor charge against Manor Care for the dismissal of the employees.
If someone knocks on your door and asks you to sign a petition, don't be surprised if it's supporters of legalized gambling here in Ohio. Today, people showed up at Buckeye Extravaganza in Lakewood to sign up as petition workers. Now, we're told petition gatherers can make $12 an hour or more, depending on how fast they can work. They'll be hitting the streets to collect signatures very soon, and they'll need lots of them, 335,000 valid signatures to get the issue on the ballot. Now, Governor Voinovich is one person who won't be signing the petition. He's trying to raise $1 million to fight the gambling initiatives. Voinovich says gambling would hurt Ohio businesses, families, and communities.
Well, today's gorgeous weather has lots of boaters thinking about getting out onto Lake Erie. But before you head for the water, a word of warning. This can be the most dangerous time of year for boaters. Christy Carlson is joining us now live to tell us why. Christy?
Well, Denise, the big risk for boaters is that while spring may be in the air, in the water, it's still very much winter.
Ask any boater about Cleveland's weather, and you're likely to get the same response.
It's been too long of a winter.
So now that it looks like spring may finally be here, boaters are heading out.
5251, go.
And so are the boat police, Ohio Watercraft.
This time of year is probably the most deceiving time to be boating. You know, like you said, it can be 75 degrees in an air temperature, but essentially we're working on an ice cube. The water temperature is 36 degrees.
And with the water that cold, the most important thing for boaters to keep in mind is not only to have a life jacket on board for each person, but to actually wear it.
If not, you risk the fate of a fisherman who died just last weekend on an Ashtabula County reservoir.
He kept saying, help me, help me, help me, and then I couldn't understand.
Witnesses say he fell into the frigid water without a life jacket.
Well, the first thing that happens when you hit the cold water is that you start to lose your muscle dexterity, the ability to move your arms and your legs. And the colder you get, the less movement you have. And that essentially is what helps keep your head above water. Without the life jacket on, you can't use the limbs, and then you're a goner almost instantly.
And another thing to keep in mind if you're heading out, the rules about drinking and driving also apply out on the water. Back to you.
All right. Well, when you go to the doctor, do you like a woman doctor for some things and a male doctor for other things? Coming up, why some women are choosing selectively when it comes to breast examinations.
And how do you feel about male and female students living together in a college dorm room? One local school is considering letting that happen.
Plus, one fabulous forecast is on the way. Carrie?
Well, we have some more very nice weather in the forecast. We saw 70s today, and what about the weekend? I'll have the complete forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching CBS 19 News. CBS 19 News at 6 is sponsored by Claiborne Auto.
I like to buy used cars because it's like getting a new car, only better.
Yeah, but what about financing?
You can finance or lease like new, but with lower payments.
Yeah, but can it pass e-check?
Claiborne used cars are completely inspected and e-check certified before they go on the lot.
Yeah, but how do I know they have what I want?
Claiborne always has over 300 used cars, trucks, and vans to choose from.
Yeah, but...
Hey, I shopped around. Claiborne's where I got the most for my money.
Claiborne Ford Chrysler Plymouth, Route 59 in Kent.
This is the finest Power Card Plus. It gives you clipless coupons for automatic savings without cutting anything out. Plus, your card gives you monthly cash back rewards, good for free groceries, gives you big savings at all kinds of places outside the store, and it makes check approval a snap, and the card is available free at Finest. That's a real plus. The finest Power Card Plus. All the pluses add up to a whole lot of savings. Because at Finest, we're the people who save you money.
Pets.
I love my pet.
He's cuddly, he's snuggly.
Crazy about them?
More than anything, besides my parents, of course.
Or just plain crazy?
Give me a hug. Give me loving. Give me a kiss. Give Daddy some loving. Aw.
I feel that he is my dog.
There's serious help needed here.
She sleeps under the covers with us.
We go out to the herb patch and have a little catnip together.
I would do anything to keep her happy.
PetSmart has thousands of things to keep your pet happy for less.
But mostly, her breath stinks.
We can help with that, too.
Fly Myrtle Beach Jet Express nonstop from Cleveland to Myrtle Beach from only $59. Call 1-800-FUN-TO-SUN today.
A fire in a Kent State dorm this morning sent dozens of students running for safety. Now, the fire broke out in a dorm room in Terrace Hall. No one was injured, and the 2 students who lived in the dorm room where the fire began were not home when it all happened. Now, the fire was confined to the one room and part of the hallway. The cause of that fire has still not yet been determined.
Oberlin College was one of the first schools in America to allow women on campus, and now there's talk of it becoming one of the first to allow men and women to share a dorm room. Michael Shesky reports.
I know that I personally wouldn't want to live with the person I'm dating because, you need some space from people for some time. But it's no more of an issue if you get in a fight with your girlfriend than if you get in a fight with your roommate.
Some people would debate that, too. Oberlin has a long-standing reputation as one of the finest liberal arts colleges. What's under discussion now is just how liberal should they be? Should male and female roommates be allowed to live together in campus dorms?
Gender regulations by society are getting so changed these days that I think it's a little bit ridiculous to say that 2 people can't live together if they're very comfortable doing it.
It could have its problems though, like say you wind up dating the person you're rooming with and you guys break up, it could be a big problem.
It's been the big topic of discussion through the day, both on and off campus. Some students tell me there are already co-ed dorms on campus. It's just that the university doesn't recognize them. Others tell me that Oberlin has a relatively high gay student population, so it's really a moot argument. But there are still hardliners that say that just won't wash.
It's immodest, it's inappropriate. It facilitates fornication, which is a sin, which can lead to many problems, STDs, unwanted pregnancies, etc.
There's no formal proposal yet. It's now being studied. In Oberlin, Michael Shesky, CBS 19 News.
One of Cleveland's oldest church steeples is getting a 12-star crystal crown. Workers started on the project today at Our Lady of Good Counsel Church in Old Brooklyn. Plans are to place a crown on the 125-year-old steeple, commemorating the Blessed Mother's coronation into heaven. Church officials say the project will take nearly 2 years to complete.
Well, there is hope for smokers trying to snuff out their bad habit. We'll tell you about a product now available at your local drugstore.
And if you're ready to revamp the lawn in time for summer, there's a few things you should know so you don't get clipped.
Plus, meteorologist Carrie Coleman will join us with the day's forecast. All that and more when Gretchen and I return.
When you see breaking news, call 19 News Direct. Call 781-1900.
They were charged with the Oklahoma City bombing, but the charges included other suspects unknown.
The grand jury found probable cause to believe that there are others who were involved.
So how are they doing finding the other suspects? Plus, a CBS News exclusive, a visit with Timothy McVeigh in jail tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Tonight, Dave goes a long way for a laugh. With Meg Ryan, Annie Lennox, and Dave's mom.
Actually, it's jolly good fun.
Tonight.
When we received our first Consumer's Digest Best Buy Award, we were pleased. The second and third, very pleased indeed. The fourth, we were motivated. So during the Dodge Consumer's Digest Best Buy celebration, save on this Best Buy. Dodge Avenger. With its remarkable style and balanced performance, Avenger was designed to be the best. And with $1,000 cash back or 1.9% financing, this Best Buy simply can't get any better. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Wild thing, I think I love you. But I wanna know for sure.
Imagine a simpler way to lease. Mercury's one price, turn-the-key, worry-free lease. Simpler because now you can drive the award-winning Mercury Sable for an affordable $279 a month. Or a new Mercury Villager minivan also at a value-packed payment of $279 a month. A small price to pay for 24 months of turn-the-key, worry-free driving. Sable or Villager at $279.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Imagine yourself in a Mercury now.
A disturbing new study on women and breast cancer found women who have female doctors were more likely to go for an exam. But locally, doctors are disputing that finding. Details now in tonight's Healthbeat report with Dr. Rose Gabriel.
The small study revealed 95% of women with female physicians got breast exams, but only 67% got the exam with a male doctor. Dr. Robert Schenk heads the breast center at university hospitals. He has not seen a difference in the quality of exams between male and female, but
there are good reasons to think there may be a gender difference. One is that women may be more comfortable with the exam, particularly when you have younger trainees involved. They may not be comfortable doing those sorts of things. They haven't been through it very often.
Women must be comfortable doing self-breast exam. That's how Nancy Model found her breast cancer 3 years ago. She says training must start early.
If young women are taught this early to do it on a regular basis, who knows your body better than yourself?
Dr. Schenk says lay down with one hand behind your head and carefully move your fingers around the breast, under the arm, and up to the collarbone.
And you need to put pressure on so that you can feel lumps deep. And you need to sort of feel superficially because, as you can see here, there's a superficial lump. If you press too hard, you can move that away from you.
Dr. Schenk warns that a mammogram doesn't always detect cancer, so it's important to get a physician's evaluation and do your own exam each month. Dr. Rose Gabriel, CBS 19 News.
More on the Healthbeat tonight. Good news for smokers who want to quit. Nicorette nicotine gum is now available over the counter. The over-the-counter gum will be the same strength as the prescription gum. The makers of Nicorette are hoping easier access to the gum will mean more people will try to use it. We could certainly use more of this great weather. Carrie Coleman joins us now live from the East 9th Street Pier. And Carrie, I don't think they get much more beautiful than today.
Oh, I have to tell you, it is a glorious day to be outside, and it really has been all day today. For the most part, we've had sunny skies. We do have a thin veil of high, thin cirrostratus clouds beginning to work on in across the area. And that's associated with the storm system that is going to be bringing us at least the chance of some thunderstorms as the night wears on. Probably late tonight, after midnight, we've got a pretty good chance of some thunderstorms into tomorrow morning. But really, we've got some nice weather, too, as we show you the forecast here in just a few minutes. I had a high temperature today of 76 degrees out at the airport, and that's along with a 38-degree start, so it was kind of a chilly start. However, we rebounded beautifully temperature-wise today. Well, let's show you what's been happening here across the United States. There is a storm system, as you can see, off to the west of us now. There is a tornado watch in effect for a good portion of Wisconsin as well as Illinois. I don't think it's likely that we'll see severe weather overnight tonight because the temperature certainly is going to decrease as we go through the night, and I think that's going to lessen that threat of severe weather. But off to the west of us tonight, I think this evening anyway, there is that chance. And tomorrow, we could see some thunderstorms early in the day, but all in all, I think Friday's actually going to turn out to be a pretty nice day. Let's show you now some current conditions here across our viewing area. 75 now out at the airport. We've actually lost a degree from our high of 76 degrees. 77 right downtown here as I overlook Burke Lakefront Airport. It is a beautiful, beautiful evening. We got winds out of the south at 20 miles an hour, and when you get that kind of a strong breeze, you just can't set up that very cold lake breeze that many times right here near the north coast makes us kind of chilly, even though inland down toward the Akron-Canton vicinity, many times they're 20, 30 degrees warmer than what we are. Your forecast weather map for tomorrow is going to show you a frontal system beginning to move through the area and probably just past us. Neighborhood Weather Net also shows you that we have nice warm conditions right here downtown. Still in the 70s right there at our downtown studio at 12th and Chester. Still in the middle 70s at that. And again, a very pleasant evening. Now that forecast weather map across the United States tomorrow. One storm system bias I think by late tomorrow, we're going to be kind of in between systems, so I think it's going to turn out to be a really nice Friday. Again, temperatures up into the middle 70s. And then as we head toward late Friday and especially on Saturday, we're going to have another system work toward us. It's not going to change our temperatures that much, but we are going to see another pretty good chance of thunderstorms. Now, there is some cold air located up across the north central United States. We're going to see a little bit of that work down toward us, but not until about the first part of next week. So temperatures may go down just a little bit over the weekend, but it's not really going to be an enormous change. I think Saturday, again, is going to be very much like today and very much like Friday, up into the middle 70s. Now, as we take a look at high temperatures across the United States tomorrow, again, about the eastern half of the United States really looking warm, and I think we're going to be well entrenched in the 70s. We will see some cooler air, certainly some 40s and 50s as you head off to the northwest and the north central portion of the United States, but all in all, it's going to be a pretty nice weather for most of the continental United States. As we take a look at the forecast, overnight tonight, we do have that chance of some late night thunderstorms. Some of those thunderstorms could be on the strong side. 52 for a low temperature, wind still fairly strong out of the southwest. Tomorrow, to get you going early in the day, we still have that chance of some thunderstorms. A mild start, though, 56 on your Friday morning for your rush hour. As we move through the day, I think those thunderstorms should be ending. That chance of a morning thunderstorm, but I think most of Friday is going to turn out to be a nice day. Up into the middle 70s, winds out of the southwest at 10 to 20 miles an hour. And the 5-day forecast, again, is going to show you some more pretty nice weather. We've actually bumped those temperatures up over the weekend somewhat. We're going for 76 there with a chance of thunderstorms on Saturday, 68, partly cloudy on Sunday. Monday, partly cloudy up to 64, and a chance of a little bit of a cool rain, 58 or so for a high temperature on Tuesday. I got to tell you, this isn't a bad job to be standing outside in this kind of weather.
Wish I were there with you, Carrie. It looks gorgeous out there. Well, it seems spring has finally sprung, meaning more homeowners will start sprucing up their yards. And in tonight's Money Beat, Ben Holbert has some handy tips so you won't get clipped if you hire a landscaper.
I called my neighbors and told them I was the first one on the street to cut my grass.
Bob and Judy just couldn't wait to spruce up their Richmond Heights yard and to get in some exercise, too.
And this way, I keep my girlish figure.
That's right, because today's warm weather had many people mowing their lawn.
You have property, you own it, it's like the yards look nice, and you hope your neighbors have their yards looking nice.
While others decided to fertilize to promote a lush summer green.
I don't know, either you can get a professional to do it or try to do it yourself. Usually, sometimes the professionals can do better than you, but...
They're gonna cost you.
Yeah, right.
Now, if you're thinking about hiring a professional landscaper, the experts say the best thing to do is ask for a referral from your friends. And also, you want to make sure that they have the proper credentials, including worker compensation insurance and also a permit to apply fertilizers. It's also a good idea to get several estimates.
Take the low price and throw it out, and the high price maybe and throw it out, and look for someone who's going to give you the best value.
Need more information? You can call the Ohio Landscapers Association. They're listed in the phone book. Ben Holbert, CBS 19 News.
There were lights, cameras, and plenty of well-dressed students at Shaker Heights High School today. 17 magazine was at the school shooting pictures for an upcoming issue. The magazine shows what styles are hot in high schools every month. And 17 picked Shaker Heights because they say students there have a good eye for fashion, even though some kids were given a few tips on what to wear for the shoot.
And she comes up to our table and she's like, are you guys all friends? And we're like, we're best friends. And then she was like, okay, well, wear something trendy. And she was like, what I was wearing yesterday, she was like, yeah, wear something nicer than that. And I thought that was stupid, but.
Now the students from Shaker Heights will be featured in 17's August 27th issue. Big day.
Well, Cleveland is revving its engines in preparation for this year's Medic Drug Grand Prix. The Grand Prix will celebrate its 15th anniversary this year in Cleveland, making its 10th stop on the PPG IndyCar World Series at Burke Lakefront Airport. The announcement was made earlier today. The race kicks off Cleveland's bicentennial celebration this year. It runs June 28th through the 30th, and CBS 19 News is proud to be a co-sponsor of that great event. A lot of fun.
Yes, it is. And the Cavs need a win tonight. It could influence where they end up for the playoffs.
Jeff Phelps is joining us now with the details.
It's pretty tight in the Eastern Conference, Denise. 4 teams within 2 games of each other. The Cavs play one of them tonight. In fact, the team they can't beat at home. All that's coming up in sports.
like your minivan.
Ford Windstar isn't any minivan. It's the best.
Well, what makes Windstar better?
It's a van that thinks it's a car. It rides and handles like a car, but it holds kids and groceries like a van.
Is it safe?
With over 40 standard safety features, Windstar is the Fort Knox of minivans. I shopped around, and dollar for dollar, nothing else stacks up.
Now get $1,000 back or low financing on Northeast Ohio's best-selling minivan.
Windstar is an all-around great minivan.
Winning Ohio over.
Thousands of people rely on RTA to get them to every game at Jacobs Field, and guess what? I never see an empty seat. A lot of cities that we travel to really do wish that they had a system as good as RTA's. RTA started focusing on the little things and doing the little things right, working as a team. That's how we built our team. It works. Fans really do respond. People don't ride just to save money. They really do prefer RTA to driving. There was a time when RTA and the Indians both were in a building process. Hey, we're both headed in the right direction.
Mullinax Ford is where you'll find that Explorer you've been dreaming about. Because we plan for the spring market, we have the area's best selection. You'll find two-door sports, XLTs, Eddie Bauer editions, and luxurious limiteds. Mullinax has the model you want, in the color you want, and equipped the way you want it. Consumer Report calls Explorer America's best buy sport utility, and yours is waiting for you at Mullinax Ford, east in Wickliffe, west in Amherst, south in Canton.
No matter what kind of goals you have, if you want to compete among the best, you make a commitment. You work hard, and with a little encouragement, you realize it isn't who wins or loses that's important. It's just being able to do what you love. The 19th Annual Revco Cleveland Marathon, a Cleveland tradition, Sunday, May 5th. Revco, a friend for life.
This could be the first time all year that the Cavaliers wish they weren't playing at Gund Arena. 3 games left to go in the regular season. They get to play the team they're chasing for the 4th spot in the playoffs, the New York Knicks. Here's the problem with that. The Cavaliers have won 3 straight games at Madison Square Garden, but the Knicks have never lost a game at Gund Arena. Including the playoffs, they've beaten the Cavaliers 5 straight times at Gund Arena, 8 straight times in Cleveland, if we include games at the Coliseum. What's the deal?
I don't know if the home team doesn't have the intensity level. It should seem like the extra intensity should be to the home team, but the road team has played well, and we have to remember that and come out with the incentive that this is like a playoff game. The atmosphere is going to be playoff intensity, and hopefully we can match that.
If the Cavs do win tonight, they'll be tied with the Knicks for 4th place in the East and have the tiebreaker edge over the Knicks for the season. The Pistons are tied with the Cavaliers, but they have to play the Bulls in Chicago tonight. 7-6 is not the record the Indians were shooting for after 13 games, but hey, they are in 1st place. They'll start a 3-game series with the Red Sox tomorrow night at Jacobs Field. Here is the fastest man in IndyCar racing so far this season. Jimmy Vasser has won 3 of IndyCar's 4 races this year. That includes this one, last week's race in Long Beach, California. Vasser was in Cleveland today to plug our Grand Prix. And again, there's talk that the race is having financial difficulties.
I can't imagine if we didn't have the Cleveland Grand Prix where we'd go. I guess the logical place would probably be Baltimore, but I saw Art Modell and Bud Stanner talking about something. I wasn't real sure. But I don't like Baltimore, and we'd like to keep it in Cleveland. So.
Jimmy Vasser is now Cleveland's favorite race car driver. The Grand Prix is June 30th at Burke Lakefront Airport. Gib Shanley is thinking money, big money. Here's his commentary.
There is a slight, very slight possibility that AT&T would give Cleveland $600 million to build a retractable dome stadium, convention center, and hotel complex. $600 million. Golly, can you imagine how many millions would slip through the cracks into the politicians' pockets? Nevertheless, I would ask AT&T, where do you want to put it? When do you want to start building? How can we help you? And I would suggest they leave room for a casino, because there will be one downtown, maybe by the year 2000 AV, after Voinovich. Jeff?
Don't forget, Game 2 for the Crunch tonight in Kansas City. Crunch down 1-0 in the NPSL Finals.
But we have faith in them. They'll be back tonight.
We hope they can even it up.
Yeah. Folks in one area community won't have to go far to stash their cash.
That's right. Up next, a bank finds a new home in a Cleveland neighborhood. This when CBS 19 News at 6 continues.
change everything and break the rules, you can expect a reaction. We sure got one. Sales records got shattered. So we're celebrating our best sales ever with savings on this Best Buy, Dodge Intrepid. Intrepid has more passenger room, power, and equipment standard than Ford Taurus. And now with up to $1,500 cash savings, this Best Buy simply can't get any better. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Hi, I'm Bernie Kosar, and golf is my second favorite sport. My heart belongs to Tanglewood, where I've been a member for the past 5 years. I chose this great golf club for 2 reasons. One, it's challenging, with the highest slope rating in the greater Cleveland area. Second, it's the people. Tanglewood's got some of the finest, from the members to the experts who run the club. So if you love golf, do yourself a favor and check out Tanglewood Country Club.
You don't have to be a celebrity to join Tanglewood Country Club. Call today.
Introducing the Power Card Plus from Finest. It gives you quick and easy check approval, plus a lot more. It pays you with monthly cashback rewards you can use on anything in the store. And the rewards keep growing as you use your card. So the more you shop, the more you save. And speaking of savings, the card is yours free at Finest. Now there's a plus. The Finest Power Card Plus. All the pluses add up to a whole lot of savings because at Finest, we're the people who save you money.
Imagine a simpler way to lease. Mercury's one-price, turn-the-key, worry-free lease. Simpler because now you can drive the award-winning Mercury Sable for an affordable $279 a month. Or a new Mercury Villager minivan also at a value-packed payment of $279 a month. A small price to pay for 24 months of turn-the-key, worry-free driving. Sable or Villager at $279.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Imagine yourself in a Mercury now.
They're the most popular vehicles around, but how safe are they? Tonight on CBS 19 News at 11, sport utility vehicles are put to the test. And a power struggle between electric companies has some people crying no fair. Details tonight on CBS 19 News at 11.
Well, Bank One is opening a new bank in a Cleveland community. A dedication ceremony was held this morning to usher in the new Glenville branch. For added convenience, the full-service bank includes a drive-up ATM. And as part of the celebration, Bank One is sponsoring uniforms for 5 area youth baseball and basketball teams.
Well, it's nice to see them in that neighborhood.
Yes, it is.
And that's going to do it for us here at 6. The CBS Evening News is next.
We hope to see you back here again for CBS 19 News at 11. Until then, have a great evening.
On the eve of the terror bombing anniversary here in Oklahoma City, special CBS News coverage.